everyone, and welcome to the channel. Well, first I have to admit that today's upload is sponsored by myself. So if you haven't already picked up a pair of the sunglasses, definitely do so now. My #1 selling item ever. Pretty cool, like camo. Says SS717 on the inside and on the outer frame. But also, you know, the glasses have been around for a while. Brand new product. I just got in, been working on this for a while. My new hats. So it is a trucker style hat, business up front, party mesh in the back. You already know how it's done. And there you go. Trucker hats available now. Each one comes in its own bag. Really nice. My man out there just doesn't care about the audio. That's all right. He's a really nice dude. Anyway, so yeah, the new hats are available. Link down below in the description. As always, I really like them, and I hope you guys do too. You know, I've been working on this design for like a month and getting the, you know, the manufacturer and everything right to make sure it looks cool. But I think it's pretty cool. And right about now, I'm sure you're wondering, Mike, what the hell is the deal? Why is there a Mustang GT sitting in your driveway? And I'm about to explain it to you. Well, believe it or not, now you guys know I've been talking about like the new Mustangs for a while. I actually really like them. Driven a couple. Luke was up here with his twin turbo 2015 about a month ago, and I had a great time with him. His car is freaking insane. And I, you know, threw around the idea of potentially getting a Mustang. And since then, a dealership reached out to me and said, Mike, you know, we have new Mustangs. Would you like to have one for a little while? And I said, absolutely. So here I am. So big thank you to Beechmont Ford, by the way, for supplying me with this Mustang. Why they wanted to lend me a car, I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like maybe they haven't watched my videos, because what I do with cars, I don't treat them nicely, but I have a lot of fun regardless. And yeah, this is a 2018 Mustang modified by Beechmont Ford. So this is not just any Mustang they wanted to give me. They gave me a Beechmont Ford Performance Mustang, and this is a deal that they have going on. 39 grand for this car, and that would be a good enough deal as it was. 39 grand, right? Because, you know, it's a pretty loaded, doesn't have leather, but it's a pretty loaded Mustang. It's got a lot of options and everything like that. The new 10-speed automatic transmission. So for 39 grand, a brand new Mustang GT would be a good deal. This is not just any new Mustang GT. This one happens to be supercharged. You can clearly see that gigantic Roush blower on there. Pretty cool air intake as well to go with it. And this car produces right around 700 horsepower. 700 for 39 grand. What a time to be alive. And this car, I have to say, I've been driving it for a little while. It's been a lot of fun. I have to say though, one of my favorite things about it is the sound, and it really does sound very, very good. It actually comes with a MagnaFlow exhaust setup, and it's pretty loud, believe it or not, for a car that you can, you know, just buy right off of the showroom floor. And here we go. So again, Beechmont Ford, by the way, located in Ohio, as you can see. So if you want one of these cars, I would definitely check them out. Super, super nice guys. I mean, like I said, they lent me a car, and you know, they will definitely help you out. 39 grand for this Mustang. I gotta say, it's really, I've been warming up to Mustangs a lot recently, as you guys know. And I mean, the deal that this is, and the proposition that you can get this much power for so cheap, with a warranty, by the way. It's not like this car does not have a warranty. It does. It has a full warranty, just like any other new vehicle. And you know, this is gonna be faster than a Hellcat for like 30 grand cheaper. You know, it's pretty much like any modern car, any modern Ford. It's got everything you could ever want. Engine, stop, start. You can get it with heated and cooled seats. It's got every control known to man on the steering wheel. I do like the theme, you know, kind of the aero theme. It's got the ground speed thing on there, and you know, all the circles on the dash. And I really like the way this comes up. I feel like that's kind of cool, the way that's broken up there. And like I said, this is the 10-speed auto, the brand new 10-speed auto that is shared with the Raptor and the ZL1, co-developed between GM and Ford. Got to have that button. That's important. We don't need traction control. To say, you know, it has been a really fun car to drive. It actually handles pretty good, better than you'd think. And you know, I daily drive a McLaren 570S, so like I'm used to a car that handles pretty well. And this thing is, it it's sick. I gotta say, I like it much more than I thought I would, and I'm really glad I got to spend time with one. Now, here is the advantage of the 10-speed auto. If I'm just driving, I'm just putting along, I'm like going to play golf or whatever, and then all of a sudden, like, I want to have fun with my life. And you can hear the whine. It downshifts pretty quick for you in normal mode and everything. You know, I'm not in sport or whatever, and I'm not using the paddles. And you have a lot of power on tap. It's quick too. It feels properly quick. You know, 700 at the crank. I'm sure it makes somewhere around like 590, somewhere in the 5-wheel horsepower, somewhere in there. And these Mustangs weigh about 3,700 to 3,800 pounds, depending on what kind of options you got. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's a quick car. Sound is just really, really good. One of my favorite things actually about it, believe it or not, is the sound. You know, it's much different than a pushrod V8, and that would be because it's a 32-valve dual overhead cam 5.0, so it doesn't sound like the Chevy engines at all. It doesn't sound like the Dodge engines either. It has a pretty unique sound to it. It really has like a raspy, poppy sound to it, and I've been loving it over time, and it's almost a little bit more like exotic feeling in some way. It's not super like American old school muscle car. It's kind of a little bit different, which I really like. I think it's great. And you can feel it. I mean, it really builds power in the upper RPM range, and it loves to rev out. The thing revs to like 7,200, and it's pretty freaking wild that it does, I gotta say. Get her down in second. Oh my God. You know, what's crazy about the 10-speed is I got so many gears to choose from. I was cruising along at 40, and I was already in 7th, but my God, oh my God, it's actually a really good handling car too, like I was saying, when you're getting on it too, though. Paddle response is not dual clutch level, definitely not dual clutch level, but it's quick, it's acceptable. I think in this car, I would still pick the manual. Into like you're going to jail speeds. I can't believe it revs that high. Can't believe it revs that high. It revs to, I think it's going to like 7,500 RPMs, and it feels really good up there. Like it's still making power. This is showing me what the platform of this Mustang, this S550 Mustang, can do, and I'm really, really genuinely impressed with it. On the cool Mustang. And they're just so, but like you can just thrash this car all day. It's just fun. It's a Mustang. It's what it's supposed to do. I'm not doing burnouts, if that's what you think, because I'm not. I wouldn't do that. I'll tell you what though, if I was going to do a burnout, I mean, I feel like, not that I know now, but I feel like this car would really easily do one. Tuning is really good as well. Like it drives really nice, and I'm sure because it has a warranty and everything like that, like it's not going to be the most aggressive send-it tune out there, but it feels really good. Like it's very good to drive, and it's got the power. While I'm sure being very reliable, and I mean somewhat fuel efficient. I've been averaging pretty decent gas mileage, and I've been driving like a complete asshole the entire time that I've had the car, and it really, I mean, it's done pretty good. My average is 17.6, which I mean, I feel like as you're witnessing the way I drive it, literally if I'm going to the grocery store or not. you can get this for 40 grand is like somewhat terrifying actually, because like you could walk into a dealership with a decent credit score at 10K down and you could walk out with this car in a really affordable way. And I don't know, there should be some type of class that you should have to take, some type of class to own this, because it's so cheap and it's accessible to a lot of people. But you don't understand, like this is and I know that like in today's world you hear like 700 horsepower and maybe it doesn't sound like that much, but it like with Hellcats and Demons and everything else, but this is a really fast car for the street. Like you're going to be faster than most things driving around, and I mean this can really, like this car could really get you into a lot of trouble, not only legally but safety wise, and I love it. This car would get me into a lot of trouble because, why? I take that corner much faster in my McLaren. This car would get me into a lot of trouble because it's just, it loves to be driven like this. Oh, I really like it. I love the way the supercharger whines and everything. Like this car, when I'm driving it around on these back roads having fun, I'm above like 5,000 RPMs the majority of the time. And I mean, it's pretty, like I said, it really likes to be revved out. One more final acceleration here. Going uphill, mind you. I like it. I like it. I don't know, guys. There might very well be a Mustang on the channel at some point because I'm really having a good time. So again, big thank you to Beechmont Ford in Ohio. You know, this was awesome. And if you want one, 39K is a really good deal for what you're getting, I think. And I think you'd have a ton of fun. By the way, they can ship all over the place. Like they're shipping them across the country because people know it's a great deal. So don't worry about it. If you don't live in Ohio, don't worry about it. They can get you a car for sure. Ah, man. So today, unfortunately, is the day I have to return the Mustang. Well, somebody's coming to pick it up. But yeah, I mean, once again, for a third time now, huge thank you to Beechmont Ford. And, you know, they can ship a car to you if you want. Really appreciate those guys lending me this 2018 Mustang GT that happens to have like 700 horsepower. I'm gonna miss you, Mustang. Not gonna lie. I am going to miss you. Hope you enjoyed this upload. As always, thank you for watching. Take care. Have a great night.